just like a zen and like focusing when you're on track and you're drifting, like in the turn, like throttle down, especially in tandem, like good tandem with a lead driver you can trust. It is such a high. It is the best drug. Like people call it carcane. The actual use of the machinery in drifting is all encompassing. You can't really be thinking about anything else. The perfect drift lap is to be on throttle the whole time. And you know, we say like never lift. It has so much that it demands of you, and when you give yourself to it, it's really like being on another planet. And if you're leading, you just gotta send it 100%. So right now, specifically today and this past couple of weeks, we've been focusing on setting up a rear mount radiator. We did most of the fab for it and everything came together real nice, but found out we need a stronger water pump. So in an effort to make the event tomorrow, we moved the radiator back to the front, still using our new fittings and lines. In drifting, you want to be as close to the wall as possible. So we chopped off the rear end of the car and put in some softer body panels on the rear, but we need something there for crash support. So Vlad here at Mad Science Garage has been fabricating a crash support so that when I hit the wall with the rear, as I eventually inevitably will, because I love doing that, it will not disrupt the car, but still kind of protect some of the softer things that we need to protect, like the radiator, electronics, and wiring. And the level of car is also a whole nother story. As you can see, there's nothing back here anymore. We chopped off the back end of this car, trying to make it lighter and make all this stuff kind of wiggly so that I can smack the wall, not worry about it. So it's just a different animal. Hood, because we've got a soft but also really light hood to go on. It'll be fiberglass, and that should save us some weight in the front. Obviously, taking the metal out of the back also saves some weight. And this is kind of the final straw of street car being ripped out of the car to make it a full track-only trailer garage queen, but that should make it better for comp, which is our focus right now. So I started drifting in about 2014, 15. I bought, or I leased actually, a new FRS. So I wanted something reliable, new, kind of small, because I was living in the Bronx. I need to be able to fit in a tight space. I took it to Englishtown, New Jersey. Still probably one of my favorite clubs to drive at. I think the mentality there is awesome. Over time, that passion that I have for drifting grew to also a passion for leveling up. When it came time to look for something new, my motivation was to find something with a reliable, durable power plant that I wouldn't need to add power to for at least the foreseeable future. I was not necessarily looking for something that would be what this became. I never thought I would compete. I just thought I was a guy that sometimes went drifting and was not the worst guy at the track. These things actually make a gang of power if you just add headers like from Stainless Works. Plug it in on some ethanol, and I think if you mess with some part of like the intake manifold, some people have put down 500 horsepower to the wheels. At some point, I tried to keep it cleaner and get something else for a drift car. So I had an E36, but didn't have the character that this car has. A lot of that, I think, comes from it being so heavy and so big. The car itself is huge and this big presence. It's not like a, like an E30 is such a cute, small little box that looks so friendly in a way. This very much does not look like it's coming to make friends. I think that does get into people's heads a little bit. I think it did contribute a little bit to my win at Drift League against TJ. Not that I want to sabotage anybody, but if I can put some pressure on, why not? Make jokes about, like, I don't bend tie rods, I bend whatever else I hit, just from what felt like a pretty light hit for me. And nothing on my suspension moved, nothing is bent, everything is exactly as it was before. People are big fans of the headers from Stainless Works on here. The car sounding as sick as it does is definitely a big highlight of the car, and I find it to be a lot of fun. Just loud enough to not cause too much hearing damage, but that you still get a little bit of pain. I wouldn't be doing this still if I didn't love it and want this to be as much of my life as I could make it without messing up too much of the rest of my life. The goal definitely this year is compete as much as possible. We're signed up for all 5 rounds of hot pit and make damn sure we make all 5 rounds. We're also registered for 3 rounds of the Drift League, which is a comp that I actually won back in 22. It was just like a one-stop comp. And this year they're running a 3-stop series, the overall winner of which will get a Formula Drift license, which I would love to win. So I'll definitely be swinging for the fences at those.